Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year. My bed is not made in the background. Do not mind it. If you say anything about it, it's actually bullying because I'm clinically depressed. I'm actually not. It's not a joke. Today we have a Coffeezila video that we're gonna watch. The Crypto Brothers are back at it again.
The Paul brothers are doing this
Let's
crypto grift right now,
let's see
and it
what he
needs to
has
be
to say.
exposed.
Another one.
Otherwise, they just have a money printing machine. I'm sorry to say.
And another one. And another one. And another one.
And another one.
That goes for all these influencers,
We're watching a podcast. We got on 1.5. We gotta turn it down.
right? They're just using their fans as personal piggy banks.
Is it me or is this string bothering anyone else? Why do you not pull it down before recording? It just looks like a cable from my app.
Just reaching in there, taking cash whenever they want it, and we have to talk about it. Listen, I've got to give you guys a little context before launching into the new project, but let me say, I usually make these family friendly. Warning to my audience, this one's kind of necessarily a little crude, but that will soon become obvious why. It just kind of is. Before we get into that, I want to talk to you guys, bring you back to a project that has sort of been forgotten about by the internet, Dink Doink. This was a project promoted by Logan Paul. He tweeted about it saying he's all in this coin, while not disclosing the fact that he actually created the coin. The CEO admitted it in a statement saying that Logan Paul created the entire idea.
We might as well, be honest about how this came about. Logan designed the character on his phone, on Snapchat.
Of course, the crypto tanked because it was built on absolutely nothing, and Logan quickly distanced himself from the project. But now, Jake Paul is following in Big Bro's footsteps and running his own scheme and not telling people the whole story. Let's pull up the board
NFTs
here and talk about it. Just a couple days ago, Jake Paul tweeted about a new NFT going on called StickDix. Now, is that exactly what it sounds like? Yes, it's
Okay, these are pretty fire. I won't lie to you. I'd get
stick
one.
figures with, well, I think you get the idea. Now, my man has gone on an absolute shilling spree. He's turned his profile picture into one of these awful NFTs. He said, just broke up with my girl.
No, it's not like, but like, would you get one for $1? Yeah, I'd get one. It looks funny.
Girlfriend, because she didn't mint a StickDix. Big dicks energy. And so from his social media posts, you think, wow, he's really excited about this new NFT project. Is he even affiliated with it? Well, like his brother, it's hard to tell from his public statements about it. It doesn't really appear he's affiliated. It just seems like he's excited about this new project. But also, like his brother Logan did with Dink Doink, it turns out that Jake is more involved than he lets on. See, when you go to the website and you scroll all the way down here, Jake Paul is called an ambassador for the coin.
Undefeated dick boxer.
Just like Logan Paul was an ambassador for Dink Doink, right? When he actually created the entire idea of Dink Doink, as admitted by the CEO.
What up, Dink Doink Telegram? It's me, Logan Paul.
And it looks like Jake has now done the same thing. If we go to the blockchain, we find out the real situation. I have here in front of me the StickDix deployer address, the one who created all of the NFTs here, right? The whole contract for this. And would you like to know who funded this whole project? The biggest dick of all, Jake Paul. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Far from being an ambassador or just like somebody interested in the project, it turns out the first person to give any money, 1 Ethereum, to this deployer right before it created the whole thing was Jake Paul. And do we find that anywhere? Do we know that? No, of course not. Just like with Logan Paul, the whole idea is to just hide how affiliated you are with these projects. You're the creator, but you don't want to be known for that.
Look it up. StickDix. Look at the OpenSea. 0.1. What is point? Is that like $30? 0.02. See the most expensive one right now. Price high to low. Okay. So people are just trolling at this point. Considering, geez, some of these are very questionable for sure. So let's go back to the cheapest one. Let's see if I can get one. Price low to high. 0.01. There's a day left. You know, let's see. 0.01 ETH to USD. Whoa. 0.01. $45 for one. If I bought this, people would think I'm actually stupid. So which one should I get? Leave a comment. Find me a StickDix number that's reasonably priced under $100, and I will buy that number. Jesus. Some hang, some are swirl. All right. Back to video. Let's go back to video.
Right? Because the truth is, what does this actually tell us? It's a ridiculous thing, right? And this project is getting nowhere despite his incessant tweeting about it. No one wants
Jake,
these things,
you want to make
obviously.
Me one or send
Quick
me one?
update, guys.
Let me know.
StickDix Twitter account just got hacked, and they just released an allegation against Jake Paul that Jake Paul is receiving 55% of the project's profits. Now, remember, this is an allegation, but the person who hacked this Twitter account says StickDix holders, when they figured out Jake was being paid 55% of but the person who hacked this Twitter account says StickDix holders, when they figured out Jake was being paid 55% of mint for promoting StickDix NFT and was on the team behind it. Now, we've already unveiled that he was on the team behind it. In fact, he was the person who funded the contract, but this provides even more evidence. Now, again, this is just a screenshot. We don't know who it's from, but this is in line with what I would kind of expect.
Yo, I hear you on like gathering all the evidence. But is this not an iMessage?
But this is in line with what I would kind of expect Jake was getting paid. And the total mint was worth $1.4 million. So bear that in mind. That would be worth over $700,000 if this is true. Anyways, that's the quick update. Back to the video. But it tells us something very important about
the amount of influencers make just by sending a tweet.
The Paul brothers.
Jeez.
And just about influencers in general. See, it turns out you give these guys millions of dollars, and their whole job is to create viral things. And the most creative Jake and Logan Paul can get is creating dick-related cartoons. Logan Paul's big contribution to the world has been Dink Doink, and Jake Paul has followed it up with StickDix. I think unequivocally proving what we sort of already know. The Paul brothers, yes, they will take cash and leave you holding the bag. But
I don't personally think the characters are in question here. It's more of like the, how do I say, like not morality, but kind of like the principle behind it. The fact that he's not like saying essentially that he owns a big part, even though he doesn't own a big part. It's like this weird like, and I guess you don't have to explain your position. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to say whether or not you're an owner, or I don't know how the regulations work around that. I don't think the characters are a problem. The characters don't look horrible. They look obviously goofy for $45. It's a stick figure, but you have literal apes going for 200,000 plus. Is it honestly that much better? So you're gonna say an ape that's worth 200 grand is, let's say, 600 times. Or I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now. 6,000 times or whatever multiplication it is. The graphic is 6,000 times better. It's not. But I get what Coffee's trying to say.
The Paul brothers,
here.
yes, they will take cash and leave you holding the bag. But at the end of the day, they're just a couple of dicks.
I might play you sometimes. I'll lead you down a path. I take your money, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I get what Coffee's trying to say here, but honestly, I feel like it wasn't the worst thing. It's not like they're overly priced either. $40 compared to some of these other NFTs, that's a steal, which is really weird to say, but NFTs in general are just beyond me.